Meteorologist Matt Engelbrecht joining us now, and we begin with the wind speed forecast, Matt. A little bit of burn down going out there with planting season kicking off, and of course, wind a big part of that.
Yeah, and usually when you get this time of year, you get cold fronts, the strongest winds right along the cold fronts, but that's not going to be the case as we have a weak system cutting through the Dakotas. And you can see that on the map in the blue. Now typically when we have a strong low pressure system working across the United States and associated cold front, you get the wind really extending back down here to the south into Oklahoma and even into Texas. That's just not going to be the case, as this system is going to be helped by the jet stream, but not enough to where we're going to see a big low pressure system with winds and rain developing across the United States. So most of the wind speed forecast wants to keep not only the rain but also the strongest winds back in the Dakotas, including Minnesota, just a little bit into Iowa as well. 15 to 20 miles per hour with some stronger wind gusts in there. As we go forward, that's where you see the strongest winds starting to advance, basically down to the south, but not necessarily to the east. Again, just kind of comparing that to a traditional system, we'd expect these the cold front and the winds to extend all the way off to the east coast as that low pressure system at the surface advances. So to take a look at a different look at it, what's going on is within the jet stream, we have a pocket that's called a bit of a short wave that's going to be cutting through. That's the energy that is kicking up the winds through the Dakotas. On the other side of this, we start to see what's called a ridge developing on the west coast. So this is on Thursday. Watch what happens as we go into the weekend. The ridge will start to build and also push to the east. And when you're looking at the long-term forecast, what's going to happen even into next week, this kind of pattern basically starts to warrant itself more to a warming trend across the United States rather than a stormy or wet one. You see how far north some of these lines go. Now that is going to be a quiet pattern into next week. On the other side of that, you have parts of New England into Maine where there is going to be a bit of a storm system coming through, but majority of the United States pretty quiet into next week. Again, that's next Wednesday. Taking a look at what we have, Orleans, Indiana, a cold morning, a sunny afternoon, high about 62 degrees, low of 40. Gooding, Idaho, clear skies, dry few days, high of 75 degrees, low of 47. And Bodfish, California, clear skies, breezy afternoon.